we took like a 7-month break from work.
It's just really embarrassing, like excruciatingly embarrassing.
Can I ask, is your dad still with us?
No, he passed away in 2012.
So you're literally taking a trip down memory lane?
We are indeed.
But I've actually managed to convince my family to let us get married there.
Are you live every day to its fullest potential kind of person?
Yeah, why not?
We were kind of like strangers at the start, and now we all just like we get along so well.
Starting out in a big tech company is kind of the dream that you would have, right? So yes, they could say that.
Hiya, Happy New Year and welcome to Easy English. Today I want to find out what makes Brits happy. I went down to ask the people of Brighton for their happiest memory or times where they felt at their best. As always, before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe to Easy English. Here we go.
It's probably when we went travelling around the world. We went on the Trans-Mongolian Railway.
So we're remembering a game that we played at Christmas with my family, which was really good fun.
So it's called Accentuate, and there was a load of us around the kitchen table, and including Stu's mum, who is like, what, 81?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you pick a card, and it has a whole heap of accents on it.
Right, I like the sound of this.
Scottish, Russian, Polish, surfer dude, things like that.
Brummies.
And then you pick up a movie quote, and you've got to read the movie quote in the accent that you've picked up, and hilarity ensued.
I went with my dad over to Spain, and there was a waterfall there, and basically they turned it on that day, particularly when me and my dad were there. So we got to actually jump off the rocks from the top down to the bottom, and it was fantastic. Kept going up and down, up and down and up and down, you know, all day long.
Coming back to Brighton today after a long time away with my mother. Yes, we used to live here in the 1970s, but this was all a very run-down area of Brighton.
Oh, really?
So reminiscing of what Brighton used to look like 40 years ago.
Probably when I was a kid, my parents used to send me to India for the summers. The rest of my family lived there. And my grandmother's got like a farm, an orchard in South India. The earth is like this really red colour, and it's like got all the tropical fruits. She grows loads of like bananas and guavas and like limes, and there's like peacocks that are just there. They'll come and eat all her vegetables, so they'll be like chasing them away, but to me they were always like really beautiful to be there trying to like encourage peacocks to come onto her orchard, and she's spending all this time trying to chase them away.
Well, being with my family, so being with Abby, being with my husband, being with my dog.
Family?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And
enjoying people, enjoying today. Being grateful that we've got a lovely day and we can walk along here and appreciate just being, out in the open air, really.
I think recently, like, we're at university together in Winchester, not here, but like we had a big Christmas meal with our flatmates, and that was really fun. That was just before Christmas.
just before you like finished to go back home.
So that's quite a nice, like, festive. It was in a pub, so like we didn't cook it, but like we went out for a Christmas meal.
We went out and got it at the pub.
So I did an internship in my dream company, and then just when I finished, I was immediately offered a full-time job after uni and part-time job during my last year. So that was probably the happiest ever.
Congratulations, was that recently?
Yes, that was a few months ago, yes.
Before we carry on, if you're a fan of Easy English or you're an English learner and want to learn English with us, click the link up here to check out our membership page. There you'll find different perks and ways to support us, and in return we'll send you goodies such as a worksheet for our videos or a transcript player for our brand new podcast. So if you want to improve your English or just want to help support myself and Easy, then go to easyenglish.video/membership. Now back to the episode.
So we travelled from the UK to China all over land, so we didn't fly at any point. So it's really ferries and trains and buses and the Trans-Mongolian Railway. And one of the highlights was Mongolia, so we stayed with a Mongolian family out in their ger in the steppe in Mongolia. Mongolia, and it was in the Gobi. Yeah.
Her go was.
Her go.
I mean, we were all absolutely crying with laughter.
And so then will this game be making a reappearance next year?
100%.
Definitely, it'll be making a
100%.
reappearance throughout the year.
Yeah, as many times as possible.
And why was it so happy? Did you have a good relationship with your dad?
It was, no, not really. But it was the second part of my life, you know, and I got to know him a bit better. And
Did you kind of become mates or something?
Yeah. So we had a lot of catching up to do. It's one of the only well, I've got loads of memories, but one of the biggest memories I've got.
Yeah, and that kind of did that leave you with a good lasting impression of your dad?
Yeah, it did.
What is it about Brighton that, you know, it brings you this happiness then?
It is memories. It is of, you know, simpler times when you were young and carefree and didn't have responsibilities.
It's actually when I was a kid, I really wanted to get married there, and it's not really a thing that you can do in India because you have them in you have to have your wedding in a contained space. But I've actually managed to convince my family to let us get married there this summer. So
really?
So that's why we're having it, and I get to take all my friends there and show it to them.
So you're saying now is the happiest moment in your life, kind of?
Well, I think you appreciate things more as you get older. Yeah, I think there's different times when you're younger, obviously different. You know, but
How
now,
do you mean that? You appreciate things more as you get older?
Well, I just think you appreciate the things that matter more.
This obviously isn't your end game, but it's just like starting you on like a ladder.
I mean, it's starting on like a huge, like high up, you know, like 10 steps above everyone else. So it's kind of very lucky, and I'm very grateful for it every day, and it makes me happy every time I think about it. So.
Are you like out celebrating recently?
No, actually, this is the first. We didn't have time, which is why now it's going to be. I think on the weekend maybe we will celebrate finally. Like kind of, it's time now.
And have you started the job already?
Yeah, I'm still working there part time now, but the full time starts in summer. So yeah, it just keeps going, you know.
Thanks for watching this week's episode. Let us know in the comments below moments that made you happy in your life, or memories that you like to reminisce about with family, friends, or loved ones. And as always, we'll see you next week. Ta-ra!
So strong.